Can you hear me now? Yeah, can you hear me now? What's going on, everybody? Now, can you hear me? Yeah, okay. Wow, God. Can you hear me now? Let me know in the chat room you can hear me loud and clear. Should be loud and clear right now. You should be able to hear me. Shoot. This the beauty of doing live shows. People don't even realize. Y'all can hear me? What's going on, everybody? This is Lawrence D. Adams. I can hear myself clearly now, too, so it's good. I know what the problem was. So, yeah, can you hear me loud and clear? That's what I want to know. Let me know in the chat room, Facebook, and everybody else. We need to get to the game, man. Woo. Yes, you can hear me. That's what's going on. What's going on? Something simple. Push a button. So I am here. Little technical difficulty. That can happen to anyone. You can figure out why it wasn't working. There was no power to the mic. So let's go. Let's get going. Little music, let's get it going. I got it rolling on Facebook and Instagram and YouTube at the same time. Let's get this game going. So we know that when we come over here, then when we define game, we talk about game is strategy. Game is what? Strategy. So when we talk about strategies, is how you maneuver, and that game is not predicated just to what? Dealing with men and women. It is life. And I think what happens is that people don't realize that game is the dance of life. It's the what? I use the analogy so that you can understand that it's the dance of life. But we got too many people who are like wallflowers at the party called life and refuse to get into the flow or into the dance floor of life and actually enjoy it. So let me say that again. We know that when we talk about game here, we talk about game is strategy. It has a psychological and sociological way of doing things. But what happens is we have too many people who are wallflowers who rather sit on the sidelines and not participate in what we call the game. And since they refuse to participate in what we call the game, what takes place is they end up criticizing, downing anything that resembles game. So we know when we talk about over here how important it is for you to understand the game or how strategies work. And there's different strategies for different tiers and where you're at. Because every strategy or every game does not work with everyone. And then we also know the game recognizes game. And as I listened to Ron Wills today, he was saying something that was pretty interesting. The game is ancient. It is ancient. It's not something that's new. What we did was coin it. But game is something that happens every day. It takes place right before your eyes, whether you want to participate or not. And what happened is the reason why people have a negative connotation with game is because they've been burnt by people who use the game the wrong way. What's going on, my good people? Right. So I hope you guys can hear me clear now. So people use the game the wrong way. And because they use the game the wrong way, because anything can be used for good or for evil, is all on the intent of how the person is using it. So it's imperative you understand the game is just strategy. And why am I repeating this? Because I want you to get it down inside of you how important it is. Because you realize no matter what, whether you want to participate or not, it's the dance of life. Some dances are faster, some are slow. Some are you dance with the partner far away, some of you bring closer. But what happens is most people don't realize that game happens every day right in front of you. And if you do not pay attention, what's going to happen is you will be that wallflower standing in the back, wondering what happened and why it's not working for you. So it's important that you understand that game is just strategy. And whether we want to admit it Everybody use game or the lack of game. So when I hear women say, oh, I don't use game, baby, you use game every day. You use it to get what you want or to move and to do what you want. So game happens every single day. The problem that we have not seen is it's been happening right in front of us all the time. It's happening what? In front of us all the time. It's a dance that takes place. And it's a flow. And what happens is you need to learn how to get off of the wall of life and begin to flow, get into the arena of life, get off the wall of life of just being an observer and begin to get out there. Game does not work by you just sitting on the sidelines. You must participate. You need to participate in game. Let me say that again. You must participate in game, whether you like it or not. And then someone, well, why do I feel like I need to play games? It's not playing games. It is game itself. But you must be a participant in life. It's the rhythm of life. Thank you so much. Right. It's the rhythm of life. And what happens is most people don't want to get into the rhythm of life. And then different cultures have different ways on how they execute the game. So what you do in America might not be the same thing they do in Uganda, or what you do over here might be the same thing they do, say, in South America. So you got to learn the cultural side of game. What? The cultural side of game. Because what may be acceptable over here may be offensive to somebody else. So game is the dance of life. And so you need to not just be an observer, you must be a participant in the game. So you only get stronger in the game when you do it. When you do what? When you do the game. When you get out there and put your two left feet out there and actually go out there and dance. What do I mean go out there and dance? That means go out there and actually talk to someone, interact. You do not become efficient in this by just taking in information. You do not become efficient in the game or strategies by just getting more knowledge, more videos, more this. You become proficient when you get out there and actually do it. You do what? You become more proficient when you get out there and actually do it. The problem is most people don't want to continue to do. What happened is people want to be surety that this gonna work. There is no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees in life. You must get out there and test it out. Why am I repeating this? Because Valentine's is Sunday. And if you don't know how to execute this, what happens is you're going to be just a sideline person who always have an analytical view of it without having a participating view of it. It's different when you can analyze something from afar off, but it's another thing when you actually get in it and actually participate in it. You only get stronger in the game when you do it. That's what most people don't understand. When you do that, you do not become efficient in the game if you do not do it. Execution is a must. Somehow this must have not flipped over into Facebook. There you go. There we go. There we go. You must be ready to become. Whoa. Wow, there we go, Monica. Thank you, Cooper. Thank you, Tish. Thank you. You must be ready to become vulnerable because. Thank you. Think about this. Thank you. What's going on, babe? See what's going on, everybody in the chat room. So you must be ready to become vulnerable. When you out in the game and you out there dancing, or it's the dance of life, you have to be vulnerable enough to actually know how the ebbs and flow goes. The ebbs and flow. You cannot do that if you're not vulnerable or if you're not willing to open up. Say that again. You cannot be efficient in the game if you're not willing to open up and you're not ready to be what's vulnerable. Will you get hurt? You could get hurt. You could get your feet stepped on. Could happen. But most people want guarantees, but there's no guarantee. It's always a risk. And everyone wants to take the risk factor out of it. There, you cannot take the risk factor out of it. Men or women. So the game is the flow of life that you do need to become vulnerable to. You cannot stand on the sidelines and hope and wish and pray and God's going to send me somebody. That's not going to work. God's not going to send you nobody because you're not going to do this one sentence. You have to be ready to become vulnerable. You have to be willing to open up your heart and say, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to step out there and actually get into the game. It's the dance of life. The problem is, game is always being played around you, but you don't want to participate. I'm talking to somebody, y'all don't want to hear it. Let me know if this is resonating with you in the chat room. Let me know if this is resonating with you in the chat room. Because it's so important that you realize that is happening around you. And yes, you must become vulnerable. You have to be willing to open up your heart. But when you open up your heart, I am not going to lie to you. I'm not going to fool with you. You have the potentiality that you will get hurt. What are you going to do? Cry about it? So people want safeguards in the game. Thank you, True Savage. So people want safeguards from in the game. Baby, ain't no safeguards in nothing in life. You see that with the stock market. There's no safeguards. Are you willing to get better? Thank you. Are you willing to get better? Are you willing to take the chance and to put yourself out there for someone else and for yourself? Because remember, one of the lessons I taught here is the game you must run must be ran on you. Must be ran on who? You. I learned some of the most valuable lessons from disappointing relationships. Please understand what she just said. She learned some of the most valuable lessons in what? Disappointing relationships. Please understand what she just said. So many times you cannot learn certain things about life or the game because you're looking for safeguards. There's no safeguards. I don't care what no one's saying on YouTube, not even me. There is no guarantees. The only guarantee you have is for you to take your big feet, and if you got it, the women got this, so take your stilettos and get on the dance floor of life and begin to interact with other people or the opposite sex. I'm talking to somebody. That's the real game. See, people want it, but hey, man, they think the game is someone out there on the street running the game. This, and that, this. No, it's more, it's deeper than that because there's levels of it. Or like I talked about 2 weeks ago, there's stratifications of it. I like my L's streamed and seasoned like my wins. That's why steamed and leads. And you're right. Because your L's teach you what you need to go out there and do. This is true statement right here. Nobody never wins a game by not playing. What? Nobody never wins a game by not playing. If the Chiefs and the tap and pay Buccaneers decided they weren't going to play, there would have not been no Super Bowl. They only got to that point. Why? Because they decided to play the game, while some people decided not to play the game. There you go. There you go. Got them stilettos and that skirt on. Because with too many, we don't want to go there with the stilettos and the Timbs, that analogy. But people don't get it. Man, if people only knew, nobody wins a game by not playing it. And that is the problem. The problem is your perception of the word game. Your what? Perception of the word game. Because you heard people use it in the wrong context and use it the wrong way. So you do not want to be associated because of the negativity attached to it. I made some personal adjustments and it came out better. Please, that is the game. That I don't understand why people don't get it. That is the game. You made some personal adjustments and came out better. But you never made the personal adjustments until you went out there and played the game. Until the Kansas City Chiefs did not make adjustments for the defense yesterday, guess what's going to happen? They did not win. It's that simple. It's that simple. But most people want an easy breezy LDA. Show me the cheat code. Show me how to do it this way. Show me how to do it that way. How do I get a woman to do this? How do I get the woman? The best way you can figure it out is listen to what I'm saying and other people are saying, but get your out there. You need to get out there and participate. The problem is you're trying to cover your heart. You're trying to protect your heart. Man, I want to be hurt again. Oh man, it's going to be rough. Somebody going to do something to me. She going to do this. He going to do this. And that's what's stopping you. That's why playing sports young teaches you a lot about life. Game. Thank you. Growing and mind evolving. I mean, what is it? Growth and mind evolution. That's what game is. Most people don't want to play it because they're afraid. I don't want to get hit. I don't want to lose. Nobody wants to lose, but it's when you lose that you go back and look at the tape and realize that you needed to make some adjustments. It's the dance of life. Do you understand that animals play the game? Turtles play the game. Everyone in life plays the game, but we get so sophisticated in our thinking that we don't think, oh no, I'm not going to play the game. I'm above that. Most people think game is the cheat code and it's not. Thank you so much. Most people think the game is the cheat code and it's not. It is not the cheat code. The cheat code that's not it. Bagley, you right on the money. L's and reflection seasons just like wins. Right. Let me get back to what Monica said. Growth and mind evolution. Everybody is a participant in the game, whether they realize it or not. Everybody has game, some weak, some strong. That is true because we only predicate game when it comes to men and women. We don't realize that it's game in business. It's game when you go outside. It's game when someone say, hey, you got $1, I'm hungry. They're running some kind of level of game on you. They may not even be hungry. And you realize you give that person that dollar, he go in there and go buy him a beer. Was he really hungry or was he just using that money to get beer? He just ran game on you. That is it. Shout out to Mr. Lucario on that statement. Right. That's it right there. Everyone is a participant in the game, whether they realize it or not. Everyone has game, some weak and some strong. And that is it. And I want you to really understand this. The reason why am I talking about this? Because if I can get you, man, to get your game together, and you, woman, to realize that you've been playing games since you were 12, 13 years old, but it wasn't called game because you learned how to maneuver and how to get things from a man. We ain't gonna go there. You realize that it's been game all around you. It's been all around you, but no one has definitely what? Defined it. Brady crushed Mahomes' spirit, but the team will be back stronger next year, Super Bowl. Right. That's good. Something to see. Now you got something a little bit deeper. So even in the game, you can't allow your spirit to be crushed. Why? Because of a loss. You can't allow your spirit to be crushed because of a loss. You can't allow what? Your spirit to be crushed because of a loss. I'm talking to I'm talking to someone. Listen what Babe C said. Once I mastered the game in my professional life, I became better at game in my. Now this is a woman talking. So all y'all want men, it's all about men. This no. This is a woman saying this. Once I mastered the game in my professional life, I became better at game in my what? Personal life, because they are transferable skills. Put that in the chat room. Whoever, y'all put that, transferable skills. That's all game is. Transferable skills. Trans what? Transferable skills. If you learn it over here, this skill set can now be transferred over there. So that's why I'm saying game is not just predicated to men and women. It's predicated to every aspect of your life. So it's a transferable skill. Transferable skill. We got the thinking class here. It's a transferable skill. Where's my dude, William at? What's going on, my brother? I don't see you commenting in here. Job stability, workplace happiness does wonders for our confidence. Correct. Yes, it's a transferable skill. There you go. Losses are life's biggest teachers because it teaches you the game more than the plethora of wins would ever do. Because some people just have win, win, win. All we do is win, 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 win. Put a hand up. No, it ain't always like that. It is in those dark seasons when you're looking at the wall and the wall's looking at you, and you know what? That you lost. The game reveals your weakness and your strengths. It's the dance of life. Let me breathe that in. The game reveals your weaknesses and your strengths. That's what most people don't get. I don't want to know about a game, because you know why? Many people have a hard time facing their weaknesses. Many people have a hard time dealing with their weaknesses. Monica put it on the swivel, put it on the thing. The game reveals your what? Weaknesses and your strengths. It reveals your weaknesses and your strengths. Yesterday, Kansas City, weaknesses and strengths were revealed inside of the game. Inside of the what? Inside of the game. Yesterday, Kansas City, strengths and weaknesses were revealed inside of the game, as well as the Buccaneers were revealed inside of the game. The game reveals your what? Weaknesses and your strengths. But this is the key that most people miss. You have to be okay with your weaknesses. You have to be okay with your weaknesses. And most people are not okay with their weaknesses because they keep running from them. When you can accept your weaknesses, as we're referring to in the game, then you can make the proper adjustments because of those weaknesses. What I mean is those weaknesses is areas that you need to work on. Those strengths are the strengths that you need to master and become stronger at. Hit rock bottom, although it was a physical and emotional draining, it shows you where you are at and you can only improve from there. You have to acknowledge what you lack and seek to adapt and thrive. Please understand right there. So you have to be, oh, most people are not okay with their weaknesses. When you can say, I love my weaknesses, and you know that you're weak in this particular area, what do? Let me tell you some game. Let me give you some game. Either you work on it. Wait a minute, let me tell you. If y'all want the game on the weakness, let me know. No, I'm not going. If you want the game on about the weaknesses, let me know in the chat. Y'all want the game about the weaknesses. If you want the game on about the weaknesses, let me know. All right, all right, all right. Give it. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. Let me know you want the game about the weaknesses. It's two-part, really. I need one more person. One more person. I need to hear that. So, the game about weaknesses. Let's get it. All right. Either either you work on it or you find. Okay, that's part of it. That's part of it. Let me tell you the part of it. Let's hear it. Okay, that's it. Either you work on it or you find a mentor to help. So this is the other side of the game, far as with weaknesses. And I seen it even in my life. I had to make the adjustment. And people around me, I've seen in their lives. What you have to do is, yes, you work on it. If you need to and you have time, you work on it. You find a mentor to guide you to get you that. Or it's this one word. It's called delegate. Delegate. You delegate your weaknesses. You do what? You delegate your weaknesses. You delegate your weaknesses. I'm teaching this the game right here. This is next level. So you realize you can't do everything. So you delegate your weaknesses. You don't understand? Good. So I'm going to break it down. So if you just give it, I'm going to use an extreme example. So in the game, we talk about game of life, not just men and women, but it's the game of life. So let me break it down. So what happens is, if you know you are not good at cooking, what you do is you get someone who knows how to cook and they cook for you. What did you just do? What did you just do? You delegated something that you're not good at for someone else who's good at that to what? To help you. You got to know how to delegate. This is part of the game. Because no one is 100% good at everything. That is a mistake in the game. So you delegate parts of your life that you know you're not good at, that you need to work on, but you know that someone else is good at, and you have them do those things. Delegate your reason is here because you have to acknowledge that you have a deficient and seek help. Right. You have to delegate. See, the problem is you trying to be but it saves you time, right? Most people I'm trying to do it all. I'm this and this and that. No, you need to delegate some things. Some things you should not be. So when you get to a certain level, can I say this? And it's not always about your weakness. It could be so it can save you time. So at certain levels, you delegate your cleaning and your cooking, say in your house, you hire somebody to do that so that it can give you back what? Your time. Do you understand? This is the game. This is another side of the game. So I know that cleaning and maintaining a house is a lot. So what I would do is delegate it so that someone else can come in and do those things. What did I gain back? I gained back my time so I can focus on my strengths. Well, how does this apply for when I'm dealing with men and women? How do I delegate there? That's going to be the next question. If you know, that's when you come into what he said about you work on that area and then you find a mentor. Like I am not, as far as with the tech stuff, I'm okay. But when it comes down to it, I know who the tech guy is, and that's Jono. Who is Jono? So what I do is I get, yo, Jono, man, what about this? What do I do? Jono, yo, man, what about that? What about? Because I delegate, he's delegated because I know he's going to what? Give me the information and the side and give me the truth about what I need to do with tech. It's part of the game. And then we both win, win, win. You save time. You guys are getting it now. Your CEO does not market the product. He delegates the stuff to handle the parts of the business to continue focus on your gift. Please understand that. Thank you. Growth, gaining recognition of one's weakness to hone. But man, y'all, this is the thinking class here. Now you're getting what I'm getting. Now you understand what I'm getting at. But to what extent? What should you not delegate? Aha, that's a good question. What should you not delegate? That is a question that you will have to answer yourself. See, for me to tell you what not to delegate and what to delegate, you got to think what's valuable to you, your time, your resources, your focus. Because certain things you cannot delegate, but you got to know what you can delegate and what you need people to do. How do you think these people get so efficient in what they do? Is because they delegate things, parts of themselves to other people. So you got to think about it. What you have to answer that question. I can't answer that question for you because everyone's answer is going to be completely different. What does this have to do with the game and dance of life? This has everything to do with the game and the dance of life. Because you delegate, you have to decide what I need to delegate. Right now, you're delegating to listen to me talk about game and how it can be beneficial to your life. You are delegating right now. You are doing what? You are delegating right now for me to what? Teach you on some level about the game so that you now can be strengthened in that area that's weak, or that you need to strengthen the area that's already strong so that you can be more proficient when it comes to the dance of life that we call game. So right now you're delegating to listen to information that's going to push you to the next level. Let me say this, right where we at 14. I appreciate all the people who come in and leave their comments and realize that my thing is about pushing to the next level. But right now you're delegating yourself, your time, so that you can get information or reconfirm what's already inside of you that you already thought, you know what, I already thought that, I already know this. He just confirming what I've been thinking so that you can become proficient in the area that's weak or stronger in the area that needs to be strengthened. That is game. And remember, there's different levels of game or stratifications of game or tiers of game in which you do. So most people don't want to know about this because they don't want to become a student of what? Life. Man, that number might reach to the moon with all the fire game you spit. Right. I appreciate that. I'm drawn to those who have a strength in areas where I am weak. Example, I desire a mate that manage money well because I don't Mine spending a lot of money. Truth be told, right there. What? I desire a mate that manage money well because I don't mind. So what is he going to do? The game is going to happen. It's going to produce a balance. While she's going to want to spend money, he's going to be like, hey, babe, come back over here. And it's going to balance it out. So you got to realize that the power of, so what let's break it down a little bit. I desire a mate that manages money well. So what is she's going to do? It's going to she's now going to delegate the decision making when it comes to what? Money, because she knows her areas where she needs to work at. And now it balances out. Thank you, Red Pill 215. It balances what? Out. This is game. Now, if she did not know that, it's going to be a problem. He's going to be mad and she's going to be mad because she can't spend the money like she wants to. And he's going to be mad because all the money is spent. So it's important that you understand that aspect of it. So you got to know how to what? Delegate. She's going to delegate. Balance is the key. So when you understand the game, understand how it works, and there's so many levels of it. So many levels of it. It takes place right in front of you. We talk about the Matrix, but when you take and open it up and realize what's really being played in front of you, you realize you look through and like, wow, I did not know that was happening. You did not know what that was happening right in front of you. Uh-oh, who's messaging me? You did not know that was happening in front of you. Because there's layers in front of you. And what happens is, once you understand the game, please, you got to put this one in the chat room. You got to put this one in. When you understand the game, you understand people's intention. When you understand the game, you understand people's intention. Once you get a grasp of the game, you begin to understand people's true intention. Once you understand the game, you begin to what? Understand people's true intention. Love that, LDA. I want him to do just that. Balance me out. Once you understand the game, you begin to understand people's true intention. Because you can sit back and see, now I know why they're doing that. Now you understand why I said that's the what? The dance of life. Once you understand the game, you understand what? People's true intention. Because everyone has an intention, a motive of what you're doing, whether good, bad, or indifferent. But the game is like putting the glasses on, like, oh, I see you. I see what you're doing. I see where you're going. I see what you're putting down. The game allows you to see people's true intentions. Put that in the chat room. The game allows me to see people's true intention. And I know it's a delay. The game allows me to see people's true intention. And if you do not see people's true intention, baby, you could be duped. So the game there you go. There we go. The game allows you to see people's true intention. There we go. Wow, there we go. There we go. It's a delay. I understand. The game allows me to see people's true intention. Wow. What you understand when you understand the game, you understand people's true intention. That's it. The game, what? allows me to see people's true intention. It takes the covers off and it say, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. This is what's really going on. The what? The game allows you to see people's true intention. Y'all, now you're getting it. Now you see why the importance of having game. Now you understand what's really going on. That's why the saying is game recognize game. So what? That's why you understand game recognize game. The game allows you to see people's true intentions, whether good, bad, or indifferent. How does that apply to relationships? The difference between a knife and a sword is not the obvious size difference. Some are dull on one side and sharp on the other. Some are sharp on both sides. The difference is function. Oh my God. I tell you, we had the thinking class here. The difference between a knife and a sword is not the obvious size difference. Some are dull on one side and sharp on the other. Some are sharp on both sides. The difference is its function. Do you understand the analogy has been given right there? It's function. That's why I said we got the thinking class over here. We think, the thinking class. Because when you understand the game, you understand people's true intentions. You get to see their motives and why they're doing what they're doing and why, oh, okay, I see you. And you decide whether you want to get out there and play the game with them or not. Whether we verbalize it consciously or subconsciously, we decide consciously or subconsciously whether we want to go and play with them. And play is not, in a sense, like a child playing. That means the dance side of it. We decide whether we want to go in and do that. The difference between a knife and a sword is not the obvious size difference. Some are dull on one side and sharp on the other. Some are sharp on both sides. The difference is its function. And that's a powerful analogy. Powerful analogy. So I want you to understand and take away the negativity that you have perceived about the word game. Ain't nobody playing game. I'm too old to play game. I'm this. No. Stop. So when you understand it, you will play more efficient. So based on what you're saying, where would you fit discernment? Discernment fits right in there. I'm gonna get you. Let me get this one here. When a knife becomes dull, one must sharpen it to fulfill its purpose. And that's what's happening now. You're sharpening the knife so that you become proficient in your purpose. Dude, this is a thinking class over here. So based on what you just said, where would you fit discernment? Discernment comes in because I said this statement. Game, recognize game. That is discernment. You're discerning what the other person is doing or what is taking place, good, bad, or indifferent. You're discerning what? The other person's moves and what they're doing, good, bad, or indifferent. Some game or things that you see people do, you've seen it before and you know how to move accordingly. See, I'm Red Pill, a personal trainer, and in school for counseling, I had to choose. I had no choice but to see everyone's intention. I'm at the point where nowhere can I tell how people. I can tell people how to view me by my body language, right? Your body language, yeah, deep stuff. Yeah, it is deep stuff. So I want you to really get this, really get this. To understand exactly, yeah, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. Because I realized that's his journey. See, everyone has a journey on what they are, how they get to the level of truth they want to understand. Everyone has their own personal journey on how they get to the truth they need to understand. I don't mind disagreements of philosophies and ideologies, but everyone has their own personal journey on how they get true to the truth of who they really are. Please understand what I'm saying to you. So even though he said that, Red Pill 215, that is his personal journey of how he's defining how he gets to the truth to who he really is. Now, his truth may be different from someone else's, but nothing takes away that he's getting to the truth of how he is. See, the problem is we get caught by definitions and not by the truth of the matter. Let me say that again. We get caught by definitions or labels of situations or how we define where we're at, but we never realize that when we take the labels away and realize there's the nugget of truth. Yeah, with respect. Yeah. So I understand exactly what you're saying. Books on the success and productivity of organizations has a ton of transferable game. Thank you so much. So I want to understand. So I want people to get this because I don't mind disagreements and arguments and like all that. But I understand on this channel, you understand we got people coming from different ideologies, different theologies, different perspectives. But the thing that they must come to is the truth that's underlined in what I'm sharing and what I'm teaching. Is the truth, TRUTH, truth of what is being shared. Because we can all have dogmas for any religion, any ideology, any points of view. But in our dogmas, we forget that we are still dealing with human beings. Similar destination, infinite pathways to the travel. We must know that we need in relationships, whether on one side or it's two-sided knife, a sword. We run into problems when we don't know what we need or ignore what we need. Right. So I want to make sure people understand that. People's ideologies, theologies, and points of view, or however you want to say it, I have decided on this channel to classify that for a reason as calling it game. Why? I classified it as game because I want to draw a particular people to understand a particular truth. If I was to share it any other way, it would be too potent and then you wouldn't be able to digest it. If I was to share it any other way without any labels or anything like that, it would be too potent for you to actually get. So I have to make it digestible for everyone, but not everyone, for the people who are supposed to receive it, so that they can take this truth and go to the next level. Let me say that again. So I have to make it palatable so that you can be able to receive it. If I would have name titled this something else, you probably would have ran past it. But because you hear the word game, you think, oh, I need to hear this. So I have to make it palatable for those who need to digest it. So we understand there will be different ideologies or viewpoints. But at the end of the day, it comes to one word: results. What results are you getting? And I'm at my hour mark. What results are you getting? What results are you producing? If you're not producing any results, you need to check your game. And every path Everyone's journey to truth will not be the same. Everyone's journey into truth, or the truth of who they really are, will not be the same. And what happens is I am guilty of doing, have been guilty in the past of trying to make someone else's run in the path that I think they should run to get the truth that I have. And that is not it. So I want you to understand, it comes back to the truth, but your results. If this is resonating with you, because I'm about to go, you're speaking facts, Ellie. I appreciate that. See, results. So this is no slight against either one of you, but understand what we do here. It is about truth and results. So I have to make the truth palatable to you so that you can get results. So that's why I package it in the form of calling it the game. Because any other way, it'll be too much. If this is resonate with you, let me know in the chat room, because we're about to end. I'm about to drop. And truth and results. That's it. Don't forget, Valentine's is this Sunday. Y'all need to get that, that audio. And you need to get it. I'm pulling it up now so I can get the get that. Truth and results. Truth and what? Results. That's what it comes down to it. All this other extra stuff, no. Because we can debate all day on ideologies and philosophies. And what about this? And we can debate all that. I would love to. But at the end of the day, what results are we really getting? Let me get this right here. Monica, thank you. As the leader of my circle and the head of my relationship, my sword must be sharp so that my partner's end is just as sharp as mine. As for my circle, iron sharpens iron. Let me get what he said. Like you said, you're talking to us, brother. I'm talking to you, brothers. That's right. I'm talking to you, brothers. Respect. So let me put this link. Y'all need to get this. I'm going to drop it. Did it go in there? Yep. Y'all need to go ahead and get that audio. I'm about to sample it again. I know it takes 7 times for you to get it. You need to get it. Well, I don't got no Valentine's. You need to get it anyway. You need to listen to what I am saying, because I'm showing you the game of Sepio what? Where's the link to all your products? To all my products? Okay, good question. Now let's get this. Let's get the link to all my products. Let's see that. That's a link to that. Let's get the link to all my products and profile. Links to all my products. Let's see here. So we gotta go. Where is the link to all my products? Let's see here. Let's do this. Because I have a lot of products. The power of believing in yourself. The what? The power of believing in yourself. The secret invisible crown. And I had a link, and I will have it better because I don't like being stuff half done. Okay, so that link is not working. So I do have a link to everything. Sapiosexual, right? Lily, we got to get that. I got to get the link for all that. So I will have a link for everything. I will have it tomorrow. I do have a master link, but I cannot find my master link. So we'll get that. I do have a master link. So that will be everything, products, everything, everything, everything. There it is. There's my master link. Copy. I love. Boom. That's all my products. Everything you want to know, everything right there. That's the master link. That's to all the products. But this is Lawrence D. Adams, and I'm about to be out. You can get the book. You can get the secret of the power of believing in yourself, the secret invisible crown. You can get music that's available. Everything is there, right there. That's the link to there. That's the link to all the products. Every product. So let you know when you do that, it goes right back into the business, and that's how we do it. So that's the link right there to all the products. You have any more? We're about to end this. I am like 6 minutes past my time on both channels. So we're about to get ready to go. But that's the link to all my products right there. Nice chatting with everybody. You guys have a good one. This is Lawrence D. Adams. I'm going to play this sapiosexual thing for Valentine's. It's around the corner. Y'all better get it. Y'all better get it. Even if you ain't got nobody, you better get it. And I am out.
This is LDA at the Dark. I want you to follow me as I begin to take you on a journey. But first, I want you to relax. Relax your mind. Relax your body. And I'm going to guide you. What I want you to do now is to lay back and begin to relax your mind. Take all the worries away, because I'm going to guide you slowly in relaxing your body. First, we're going to start from the top of your head. I want you to relax your face. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, your arms, and your hands. Now I'm going to ask you and tell you to relax your chest down to your stomach, down to your hips, down those thighs, ankles, and to your feet. When I count to 3, I want you to be completely relaxed. 1, relax. 2, relax. 3, relax. Now you're deeply relaxed.